In today's video, we are traveling 23 miles southwest of downtown Cleveland and the county seat of Lorain County, and that town is Elyria. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Living in Cleveland. I'm Patty sells CLE, and I make videos about all things Northeast Ohio, Northwest Ohio, and even down south. You know the drill. If you don't want to miss my videos, hit the subscribe, hit the like, leave me some comments. I love them. Okay, I'm probably gonna get a lot of comments on this video. I have not done a video on Elyria in the 3 years I've had my channel, but I have sold at least 3 homes in Elyria over the last couple of years, so I thought it was worthwhile to do a video on Elyria, especially because it is the county seat of Lorain County, and if you live in Lorain County, you're gonna at some point have to travel to downtown Elyria because that's where the Justice Center is, that's where the courthouse is. And then, you know, they have a lovely little downtown square where all those county buildings are. So at some point you're going to need to go to Elyria. So if you are just moving to the area and you are moving to Lorain County, this will be an interesting video for you, whether or not you live in Elyria or not. And let me just tell you, Elyria has some beautiful neighborhoods. I've sold 3 homes, all 3 very lovely homes. The downtown area, they're really trying to revitalize it. There's this really cool restaurant. Is it called The Foundry? I can't remember what it's called, but I've been there a couple times. Their food is excellent. They have a good beer selection, but it's mainly a restaurant and excellent food. So they're really doing a lot of work to try and revitalize this area. So let's dig in deep and talk about Elyria. Okay, first thing, Elyria is a very large suburb. It is actually 21 square miles. It's very, very large. And there's actually 53,000 people that live in Elyria. So it is really pretty dense. It's a very dense suburb. You're not gonna get there's a little pockets of rural areas, but really it's just a dense suburb, lots of tight little neighborhoods, some more tight than others. So being such a big suburb, it's kind of like, it's almost little city. Like I've done a video on the city of Lorain and downtown Lorain, how it's, you know, the neighborhoods in downtown Lorain are different from the neighborhoods on the far west side, or even the far south side. Same thing with Elyria. Elyria has many different neighborhoods, and one I want to point out, and I've sold 2 houses in this area. I think it's called Western Heights. I'm not sure what they are, but they all have college names, like not only college names, but like the Ivy School names. So I sold a house on Cornell. There's a Princeton, there's a Harvard, so many different streets, and they're all named after Ivy League schools. Vassar, there's one for sale. I have it up here on Vassar, and it's $280,000. So cute little streets, walkable, there's parks, so adorable. And what I love about it is every house is different. It's not like you go into these cookie cutter developments, kind of like mine, where you have 25 of the same model because that was the model home and everybody wants the model home. These houses are different, they're unique, they're beautiful. So Elyria is where the Black River, it's at the fork of the Black River, so it kind of goes in different ways. And the Black River runs all through Lorain County, and there's different beautiful areas along the Black River. And what is, in fact, even in Lorain, they named a whole development in downtown Lorain, the Black River townhomes. But what's nice about in Elyria, they're very lucky, and it's called Cascade Park. They have waterfalls from the Black River, and it's absolutely stunning. I have a picture of it up here. So their park systems are actually very, very nice. They have golf courses. In fact, I have video, you'll see it later, of the Elyria Country Club. And my husband says it's one of the nicer country clubs in Northeast Ohio. It's very old school. And he says anybody in Elyria belongs to that Elyria Country Club. And yesterday we were driving around. It was a beautiful fall day. The leaves were turning, absolutely beautiful. So they have golf courses, and a lot of their parks are run by the Lorain County Metro Parks. And I've done videos on the Metro Parks in the Cleveland area, and a lot of people who call me are interested, they want to be by parks. And what I tell everybody is every county in Northeast Ohio has their own park system, and they all take their parks very seriously. And Lorain County parks are no different. They've partnered with a lot of the suburbs to really just to really make that experience a lot more special for the residents and people that come to see it. So we have golf courses. There's an ice skating rink in Elyria, and it's like $3 or $4 to go ice skating. There's 2 pools, 3 rec centers. And keep in mind, Elyria is a pretty large city. So there's like an east one, a south one, and a west one. So 3 whole rec centers. Each parks have basketball courts, tennis courts. I mentioned the waterfall. So lots of parks in Elyria. Okay, Elyria is also, being such a large city, it's also located very conveniently by the turnpike, I-80. So because of that, there's quite a few industries that are home in Elyria, and one of the most popular ones is Renaud, I don't know how to pronounce it, Riddell, but you see them on all the football helmets, and you can see their big facility right off the turnpike, because obviously they make football helmets for every NFL team, sports leagues, you name it. So being right there by the turnpike is huge for them. So they are noted for being in Elyria. That is their headquarters. So super, super cool. But other big industries are also in Elyria. Let's talk about home prices. The average home price is about $185,000. And you can get a lot of beautiful home. In fact, the 2 homes I sold in those college streets were right around that same price range. So very affordable housing. Taxes are low because it's Lorain County. So you're gonna have lower taxes than you would in Cuyahoga County. Obviously, you're gonna find some areas that are closer to the country club. You have beautiful homes, very stately. So obviously, in fact, I showed you the one before that's going for $280. There's a few in the 3s. That one for $280 had an in-ground swimming pool. So that's kind of cool as well. Now, what you all want to know is the schools. So the schools, in fact, the first house I sold in Elyria, she was my student teacher when I was teaching in Vermilion, and she got a job in Elyria, so obviously wanted to be close to school. So I sold her one of the homes on the college streets. It's adorable, adorable. And she actually, because she was a brand new teacher, she met the income guidelines, and Dollar Bank, which is a local bank, every year they have a grant program in the spring, and we were able to get her the grant. She put some money down for a down payment, like her earnest money, I think like $500. She paid for her inspection, and the grant covered her entire down payment. And so she was able to buy a house. I think it ended up being $750. That's all she had to do. She had to pay for her, I don't even think she had to pay for her appraisal. They waived her appraisal for her, which is not common. So she paid for her earnest money, the $500, and $250 for inspection. And she's got a most beautiful, cutest little house. And I tried to find it yesterday because she goes all out for Halloween. And I didn't have her address on me because it was a couple years ago. Okay, now the school. So I already told you, my former student teacher, she's a teacher, she's a special ed teacher, very committed in the Elyria schools. I have another friend, she's a director of pupil services in Elyria. Another friend of mine, she also works with her in the Elyria schools. So lots of hardworking people in Elyria, but it is a dense, it's a very urban city. So the schools are not that great. And I have the report cards. So this is public knowledge. I'm not saying anything you can't find out there on your own. ODE, Ohio Department of Education, actually gives it a D. And they give it a D in most of the categories. They get an F in one of the categories. That being said, I sold another lady a house in Lorain, but she was going to be a Lorain teacher, and her kids went to she was going to be an Elyria teacher, and her kids go to Elyria schools, and she loved her kids. She didn't want to take her kids out of Elyria schools. In fact, if we could have found her a house in Elyria, we would have bought her a house in Elyria, but we just couldn't find one for her. And Lorain was close enough, and it was in a really nice area, so she ended up doing that. And as far as I know, she's still teaching in Elyria. So schools, not so great, but you have other options. Elyria is also home to Elyria Catholic High School, which is a very popular private high school. It's co-ed. It's right off Route 57, kind of over that way, kind of off the highway. So it's a very popular high school alternative for people in Lorain County. It's very, very, very popular. There's also some other, private schools. There's St. Mary's, which is a Catholic grade school, and I think I saw a Lutheran school. So there's other options. They also have charter schools in the Elyria city. So you are not bound by the Elyria schools. Although, like I say in every video, the school system is what you make of it. And I was reading the niche reviews, and you can see them up here. I put them up there. The majority of people who took the time to write a review gave it a 3 as an average. And a lot of people, they've lived their whole lives and they've stayed there, and that's their home. I have friends that live there, people I used to teach with. They've lived there forever. They love Elyria. It's convenient. It's close to the highway. They have beautiful parks. Lots of amenities. So whether you like Elyria or not, I thought I should do this video, as I've done almost every other city in Lorain County, and I just haven't done Elyria, but it is a very important city in Lorain County because it is the county seat. And if you live in Lorain County at all, at one point you are going to have to go there for something. And I say, check it out, drive around, check out the little restaurants they have. They're really starting to come along. Lots of cute things in Elyria and the beautiful parks. If you're a golfer, I suggest you check out the 2 golf courses that are there. And I hope you like Elyria.